In this video, I'm showing you how you can leverage AI to answer phone calls as a realtor. I've been investing in real estate for 10 plus years, so I know how busy it can be for an agent. With my expertise in AI automation, I've set up personalized voice systems that actively gather potential clients' information while they sleep or when they're busy with another client. But you know what the wild part is? It's extremely easy to build and you don't need any experience to do it. The first thing you're going to need to do is go to Elevenlabs.io and create an account. Then you're going to head over to conversational AI and then head over to agents, and then you're going to just create a new agent. And you have the option to go with a blank template, a support agent, a sales agent, a mindful coach agent. You can go ahead and play around with these and see which one you like. But for now, I'm going to go with a blank template and we're going to name this the real estate support agent, and then head over and select create agent at the bottom right. Once you're here, you can choose any language that you want. You can go over to the voice section and change the voice that you want. It's set to Eric right now, but let's go with Cassie. Let me bring my speaker closer so you can hear, but this is Cassidy's voice.
I just love talking about movies, TV shows, really anything that's in the arts. So use my voice for those kind of projects.
Okay, Cassidy. Another cool thing, if you head over to agents, right now, you can connect it to different LLMs that you may prefer, like Gemini, GPT, Claude, any of the different type of models that you have listed here. And right now, the cool thing is the cost is being covered by Elevenlabs. So this is definitely something that I would take advantage of. And we have temperature here. So this is basically the level of randomness, as you can see here. If you go more to the right, it's going to be more random, more creative. If you go more to the left, it's going to be more specific, less random. And a knowledge base is basically, for example, if you had a website with like FAQs or a lot of information about your business that you want the voice agent to know and be able to answer without having to make up any information, you can add that document here. The AI will just pull information from that document to answer any questions that the client may have. So you can avoid things like hallucinations, which is basically when AI will fabricate an information based on what it thinks is true. And you don't want that to happen. If you want to learn more about RAG, check out my channel because I did build a RAG AI agent from scratch using Pinecone vector databases. But for the sake of this video, don't worry about it. But what we do need to worry about is adding a tool here, specifically speaking, a custom tool. And it's going to be a webhook. We're going to name it N8N. For the description, we're going to keep it simple. Send information from the client using this tool. And the method is going to be post. So post is a method that we're using to send data from one app to another, usually to add or update something. We're going to need to paste a URL right here from N8N. I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you don't know what N8N is, it's basically an automation tool that is really revolutionary because it incorporates AI agents and is also no code to low code. This is the workflow that we're going to be building, and it's so simple. There's not much to it. The first thing we're going to need to do is add a webhook. A webhook is a tool that lets you send information from one app to another when something happens. And you remember the link that I talked about earlier? This is the link that we're going to need. If you want to copy it, just go ahead and click it. And the method that we chose earlier was post. We want to choose post here as well. That's it for this node. Now that we have that URL copied, we now have to paste it here. The next step, we need to enable our body parameters. And we're going to have to add some properties. Data type string, which basically means text. And we're going to call it client answers. Now we're going to add a brief description, answers obtained from client. Keeping it simple. And we have another description that we need to add. And basically I'm going to say extract client's data from conversation. Also very simple. Go ahead and hit add tool and make sure you save it because I forgot to and I had to do the whole thing all over again. Save. I did run into some trouble, but I'm going to show you what I did differently. So your identifier has to be one word. So I just deleted the space. Afterwards, you can go ahead and save your work. Now we want to add our first message. Mine will be, hey, this is Cassidy, Kevin's assistant. May I get your name? Now we want a system prompt. By default, it's going to be, you are a helpful assistant, but we want to make it a little bit more customized. So this is my prompt. What I initially started with was this, whatever is highlighted here. And with some testing, I added additional lines just to kind of get the agent exactly where I want it to be. So every business is going to be different. And the beauty about these agents is they can easily be trained, but it just takes some time. But honestly, this testing phase only took me about 15 minutes. Now we're back in our N8N. I didn't realize this earlier, but my face was covering the plus sign that should be around behind my face. But you can also use the plus sign right here. So go ahead and click that. Next node we're going to need is an AI agent. So just type in AI agent. It should pop up. By default, it's going to be set to connected chat trigger node. We want to define below. We're then going to add a prompt. Hit expression. You can enlarge it by clicking this square here. So this is my prompt. Very simple. You are a real estate assistant that will record lead information. Include a brief description about the tool. I like to load all my information into an Airtable. And some final notes, you want to summarize everything. And then later I'm going to show you how you can summarize every phone call and send it to you in a Telegram. Next, we need to give our agent a brain. let's select the model. I like to use OpenAI chat model since I'm already connected to it. So go ahead and link your account and you can use end-to-end. They'll walk you through the process. They have a little AI assistant to give you a step-by-step to connect to your OpenAI account. The same goes for a Gmail account, a Google account, an Airtable account, your Telegram account. Since I've already connected, I'm just gonna go ahead and connect. For this example, I'm gonna go with 4.0 Mini. Now we're gonna have to add in our Airtable tool. Hit the plus sign here on tool. Airtable is right here. Pull it up. Resource is gonna be record. Operation is gonna be create. I'm going to take this opportunity to show you what my Airtable looks like. So this is my Airtable. This is what they mean when they're asking for a base name. Mine's going to be real estate leads. And for your table, I'm just going to leave it as table 1. And all the data is listed here. We have our name, email, intent, if they want to buy or sell, budget, target price, description of the home, if it's single family, townhome, 3-bed, 4-bath, the timeline, whether it's in the next 3 months, next 6 months, next year, not sure, and if they're pre-approved or not. So if we go back to our end, we can now choose from the list. Our base is real estate leads. Table is table 1. And then the values to send, just let AI do all the work. That's this button here. And again, if you have trouble connecting your credentials, just hit create credentials and then hit this ask assistant right here and they'll get you that step-by-step instruction. Since I'm already connected, I'm not going to show that step. The next thing we're going to need is a Telegram node. But before we do that, we need the chat ID and I'll show you how to do that right now. Hit that plus sign behind my face, Telegram, hit Telegram and then go all the way down to triggers. And then you want to select on message. I'm going to pull in my Telegram, test step, and this is the chat ID that I wanted. So go ahead and copy that. After this, you can go ahead and delete this node because we don't need it anymore. Go back to the plus sign, Telegram, send message, chat ID, paste that there. And then for our text, we're gonna change that to an expression. That's it for now. One thing I do wanna add is you actually do need to let it know that it needs to use the end tool to send information. Hit save. So we're back in our Elevenlabs. Before we test this out, we wanna make sure that the rules make sense. If they wanna buy, obtain their budget, their desired location, description of desired home, if they're pre-approved or not, and the timeline. If they want to sell, ask them for an address of the home, ask them to describe their home when they want to sell, and their target price. Always ask for an email and phone number, and ask each question one at a time. End the call with thank you and letting them know that Kevin will get back to them as soon as possible. Okay, now we're gonna test this agent. So let's go ahead and hit test agent. Before you do this, I'm gonna go ahead and save this as well. Make sure your workflow, you listen for a test event. Make sure you click that because we're in a test environment right now. Go back to Elevenlabs. All right, let's test it.
Hey, this is Cassidy, Kevin's assistant. May I get your...
Hold on, this is the male voice. Let me go back. I'm gonna hang up. It's because we selected the wrong dude. I want Cassidy. Save. Okay, let's go back.
Hey, this is Cassidy, Kevin's assistant. May I get your name?
Yes, it's John.
Okay, John, great. What can I help you with today? Are you looking to buy or sell a home?
I'm looking to buy a home.
Okay, great. To help Kevin find the right property for you, could you please share your budget?
$300,000.
Okay, $300,000. And do you have a desired location in mind?
Yes, Nashville.
Okay, Nashville. Can you describe the kind of home you're looking for? For example, are you interested in a single-family home, condo, or something else?
I'm looking for a single-family home that's 3-bed, 2 baths.
Okay, a single-family home with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Are you pre-approved for a mortgage?
Yes, I am.
Great. What's your timeline for buying a home? Are you looking to buy immediately or are you further out?
I'm looking to buy within the next 3 months.
Okay, within the next 3 months. Finally, can I please get your email address and phone number?
My email address is john@gmail.com and my phone number is 712344567.
Okay, great. Just to confirm, that's john@gmail.com. And your phone number is 712-345-67. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. I have all your information. Thank you so much, John. Kevin will get back to you as soon as possible.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ended the call automatically. All right, after the conversation, it's collected all this data. All the answers are now here that is summarized by the AI, and now it's gonna feed it into our next node. But before we do that, you wanna go ahead and pin this data so you can save it so you can continue to test it. So now we have one item fed into our AI agent. We'll go ahead and open that up. You wanna make sure this is selected to define below. You go to our prompt, make sure it's an expression, and then you're just gonna drag in your client answers. And if it doesn't look like this on the left, make sure you're in schema. So go ahead and select schema here. Make sure your prompt is all filled out and looks something like this. Make sure your chat is connected to a brain. You're connected to your Airtable tool. And now we're gonna go ahead and test step. So you see our output here. Let's go ahead and save this. Since we're in the testing phase, you're gonna go to your Telegram and then you're gonna drag and drop your output from the agent into the text. Make sure it's set as an expression. You can test this step and we should have gotten a message in our Telegram. So let me pull that up for you. This is the Telegram message. I have recorded the lead, yada, 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 but it's all here summarized. John, next 3 months, budget 300,000, single family home. And if you want to get this, get rid of this ended in. So what I did was add field, append attribution, and just deselect that. That's how you get rid of it. All right, the last thing we want to check is the Airtable. Let's see if it actually filled everything out. So I'm going to go ahead and head to our Airtable. And we have name John, email john@gmail.com, intent buy, budget 300,000, target price 300,000. So we'll have to fix that in our prompt. Home description, single family home with 3 bed, 2 baths, timeline next 3 months, pre-approval. So that's pretty cool. The more you refine this, the better the AI will be. Way you're gonna do that is within the prompts. Continue to add directions and make it better. If you want a step-by-step video on connecting your credentials, let me know in the comments. If you need this built for you or want custom AI ideas for your business, hit up my site or email me. And don't forget to subscribe for more ways to use AI to grow your business.